called for. We are glad that you have taken some time to spend with us during this meeting. Let me just make a few quick comments. I know that we're all concerned about the COVID situation. From the very outset, we have relied very heavily upon the doctors and the other health professionals that have done such a superb job. And I have a couple things that come directly from them that I'd like to share. And one of them is these are tough decisions, but I believe that it is safest to have kids in the controlled environment of school. I tend to think that kids will gather together without masks when not in school, especially if parents and caregivers are at work. I see no reason to deviate from the decision to stay in school at this point. Another one has indicated that they were comfortable with the present course, that a controlled environment, which we have in the school, with masks and extensive cleaning that takes place, is probably the safest option possible. So those are coming from a couple of our highly respected medical people here in the county, and we have from the outset decided that it's best to go along with what the medical profession has indicated. So that has governed pretty much what we as a board have been trying to do. Now, obviously, things could change, and when things change, they will let us know, and we'll proceed as is necessary at that time. But just thought I would make that brief statement there. Next is our invocation for the board, and I'd like to recognize Mr. Joe Sims for that.
Thank you, Chairman Hill. So as we just passed through the holiday season, I hope that it was a safe and joyful time for everyone. These are very stressful times for everyone. There are so many fears and changes going on in not only our world, but also our country, our state, and our county. My hope for you is that you can find something or someone that you have faith in that gives you peace. If you will, please take a moment to reflect and meditate on that which gives you peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sims. We'll move along with the Pledge of Allegiance tonight, being led by Assistant Superintendent Dr. Bill Griffin.
If you would please join me. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance.
Valmead, Gamewell Middle School, Davenport, and Lower Creek. We're going to start around 8 o'clock, and that usually goes till about 12 or 1 o'clock. So we're looking forward to being able to get into those schools. And I know during these times, it's a struggle to be able to, to get a little bit of time to be able to go to those schools. So We appreciate those, them open the doors up and letting us come in. February the 1st is our board work session, our regular scheduled at 8 a.m. And then February the 8th is our next regular scheduled board meeting at 6 p.m.
Thank you, Mr. Becker. Dr. Phipps, do you have any announcements?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I wanted to just let everyone know that we did return from our winter break, our Christmas break, on January the 4th. And from that point until now, we continue to monitor. We were monitoring before the break, during the break, and we monitored as we've returned back, looking at not just positive cases, new cases in the county, but looking at what our leave numbers look like, what our quarantine numbers look like for students and adults. And just so the public knows, Dr. Griffin's gone back and done some comparisons of where we are now versus where we were a year ago. And our numbers are very consistent in terms of what things look like during a 2-week time period in January of 2020 compared to where they are in 2021. And we are hopeful that we can continue to keep that going in that direction. But if we have to make a decision and things change, certainly, as we have said multiple times, we'll come back together and share that information with you all. But we do want to make sure that the public knows we're looking at that. Also want a reminder that we have our meal feeding program that's still going on. This has changed a little bit on the evening hours. We're still doing 11 to 1, but the evenings are going to be 3:30 to 5:30. And this is due to the fact it gets darker earlier and is much colder. And these are at our traditional high schools. And just a pat on the back to the folks that are involved with that, really from the get-go until now. For the school year 2021 that we're in, going back to August, our folks have helped deliver 868,870 meals. That's just in this school year. If you stack those on top of what we did prior to that, overall, we've done more than 1.5 million. We've done 1,580,170 meals. And I'm proud of the work that's being done because these are meals that are needed and we're helping families and children. And again, this don't have to be students in our school system. They just have to live in our county, and they can be from 0 to school age, starting all the way up to 18 years old. So if you're not taking advantage of that, we want you to do that. We want to make sure that you have what you need. And then a reminder that Friday, January the 15th, Friday of this week, is a remote learning day. Just a reminder that when we put our calendar together, we found out after the fact that the General Assembly put a twist on this year's calendar. We had to add in 5 days that were scheduled to be remote learning days. This is not related to weather or anything like that. So it's scheduled for Friday, January the 15th. So I just want to make sure that folks are aware of that. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. This time we have some honors and recognitions that we want to make here. I'd like to recognize Ms. Libby Brown, Community Relations Director, to lead us in this part of the agenda.
Thank you, Chairman Pennell, Vice Chairman Branch, board members, and Dr. Phipps. We're actually going to do something different, a little different tonight. It's part of the character education program, and some of the parts of the character education program have been reintroduced, and some of the parts of the character education program are totally new to the Caldwell County school system. One being that we will recognize students at 3 different grade levels, elementary, middle, and high, each regular board meeting. And these students are going to exemplify the character trait of the month. This character trait of the month is optimism. So I've been looking at our screen here, and I see some of our students have joined us, and their parents and principals. So welcome to the board meeting. And we're going to start with our elementary school level. Congratulations to Madeline Lambert for being selected as Character Education Elementary Representative in January. Madeline is a 3rd grader at Sawmills Elementary School and the daughter of Crystal and Garrett Lambert. For the past 2 years, Madeline has been instrumental in the collection of hats, gloves, scarves for students through an event that she coined Boggins for smart noggins, which has now become embraced by our community. Again, she surpassed her goal of 1,000 items this year and was able to distribute needed items to all schools in the Caldwell County school system. Kelly Smith is her principal, her proud principal, and I think Madeline is right up there with the yellow bow. Hey, Madeline. How are you? And Madeline, I don't know, Kathy, if you can unmute her, but if you'd like to say something,
You can only ask her to unmute. She has
would
to
you
unmute
like to,
herself.
can you unmute your computer there and say, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you to the community for helping me collect all my hats, gloves, and scarves.
And we're very proud of you. And we know your mother said that you love that project. So thank you for doing that for our community. So let's give Madeline another round of applause. Next, we have our middle school level. Congratulations to Grayson Webb for being selected as Character Education Middle School representative. Grayson is an 8th grader at Granite Falls Middle School and the son of Becky and Chris Webb. When nominated by the school, Grayson was described as a remarkable, unified champion and is a true and faithful student or a friend. He's not just a peer, but he is a friend to students with disabilities. Even with the obstacles presented by COVID, Grayson has an optimistic attitude and continues to make contact, check in with his friends, and say hello, even in the worst of times that we have experienced with COVID. So he continues to keep up with his friends through being a unified champion at Granite Falls Middle School. Christy Holler is the assistant principal, and Christy may be on the meeting with us. And I'm not sure if Grayson is here. Grayson. There's Becky, his mother. She's joined us. So is that Grayson? Yes. Congratulations, Grayson. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah. I love the special needs kids. I like hanging with them, going to the classrooms, and we have in 8th grade we did a thing in Miss Gruen's room with special needs kids, and I have a really special buddy in there that I've been with him all through school. His name's Lawson, and I've always been his buddy in there, and we've always hung out and stuff, and I just like being with him in there.
We're very proud of you and your optimistic attitude, and you exemplify that character trait, and you're a model for your peers at Granite Falls Middle School. So congratulations, Grayson.
Thank you.
At the high school level, congratulations to Yesenia de la Sancha Carvalho for being selected as Career Education High School representative. Yesenia is an 11th grader at Caldwell Early College High School and the daughter of Jose de la Sancha. She has a positive influence through her service at the Caldwell Pregnancy Care Center, where she made baby blankets, bows, and also participated in a fundraiser. And her involvement with Hope's Closet and Rise Against Hunger campaign, where she helped unload 1,000 pumpkins for local families. Meredith Griffin is her principal, and Yesenia is right up there. So congratulations, Yesenia. Would you like to say a few words?
Hi, yeah, sorry. I absolutely love doing service and I look forward to it. It, like, the feeling of being helpful, like, just makes me feel so warm inside. So thank you so much for this.
And thank you for what you've done for our community. And thank you for your opportunity. So we're so proud of all three of our winners, and you can see why that they are the representatives this year for character education and optimism at the elementary, the middle school, and the high school level. So we're very proud of all three of you. You'll be receiving a medallion in the courier. And you'll also receive a certificate of recognition signed by the chairman and by the superintendent. So congratulations to all 3 of our students. And Dr. Phipps, would you like to say a few words about the character education program, since this is something that you really believed in and brought back to Caldwell County school system with your flair?
I think we all believe that it's just as important as the academic work that we do. And I think any opportunity to highlight what our students do. We have wonderful young people in our school system, and I think they get a bad rap by society often, but you saw 3 here today, and these are just 3 great examples of many wonderful students that we have. I would ask Ms. Brown to talk a little bit more about the gift cards and the fact that we've reached out in our community and we've got folks that are anxious to be sponsors of what we're doing each month. And we're just so proud of our winners in this program and look forward to being able to promote the great things that are going on with our children.
Yes, this month is actually sponsored by Caldwell County Farm Bureau, and each of you students will receive a $25 gift card. So our community believes in this program. They're very excited that it is active and alive in Caldwell County schools, and actually they're starting to beat at our door wanting to sponsor each month. So it is a very good program, and each of you will also receive that $25 gift card from Farm Bureau. So it's a great opportunity for our students. This evening, we're also going to spotlight one of our teachers. And Kristen Bowman, I saw earlier the conference room at West Caldwell High School. Kristen Bowman, she is an English teacher at West Caldwell High School, and she has completed her National Board certification, the highest level of teaching credentials through the National Board of Professional Teaching Standards. Kristen joins an esteemed group of 284 educators and others who have become National Board certified while assigned to the Caldwell County school system. To help with this arduous process that may take several years to complete, the school district provides assistance through coordinator and beginning teacher mentor, Heather Poole. And Heather is also with us this evening. And Heather leads a support session for initial candidates. These meetings provide information on each of the components, as well as targeted information about the writing process and evaluating the portfolio. Heather has joined us, and thank you for being here, Heather, and what you're doing with our candidates who are really working hard to attain National Board certification. Because of conditions caused by COVID-19, candidates had the option this year to submit the required materials, or for starting in the spring, required materials for National Board certification in May of 2020 and get their results in December, or defer to October of 2020 and receive results in February 2021. The district also anticipates notification of additional teachers receiving National Board certification in February. But tonight is the night for Kristen Bowman. It is her night tonight because she is our National Board certified teacher, the newest in Caldwell County schools. We're very proud of her, and Craig Styron is with her, and maybe a few others in the conference room at West Caldwell High School. And Kristen, we will send this to you in the courier. You can proudly display this on your door, your classroom door, and board members, as you go throughout the schools. This month, you're going to see these stars on the door, and this signifies that those teachers have worked very hard to get their National Board certification. So let's give a big round of applause for Kristen Bowman, English teacher at West Caldwell High School. Ms. Bowman, would you like to say anything?
Is it on?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, yes. I just want to thank Caldwell County Schools and Heather Poole for the support group that's offered. I think it makes a huge difference throughout the whole process, and I really feel like the whole process has helped me be more of a reflective teacher, and that helps not only me, but my students in our school. So thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations. You've worked for this and you deserve that star on your door. So we'll send it to you as soon as possible. So congratulations, Kristen Bowman. We have one other recognition, and this is actually for you. The board. This is the North Carolina School Boards Association Academy for School Boardmanship Award. This is Master Board Level 1 status. So you've earned this. This level of school board governance involves 5 courses of leadership training. This program, offered by the North Carolina School Boards Association, allows boards to train together and to receive the most recent guidelines, information, and recommendations for Board of Education duties and responsibilities. So you're always training, you're always learning. That says a lot to our school system. And Mr. Pennell, would you like to come up and do the honors? Says Master Board Level 1 status, November 2020, Caldwell County Board of Education, Daryl Pennell, Chair, Teresa Branch, Vice Chair, Chris Bumgarner, and Edwards, Dwayne Knight, Joe Sims. Dr. Donald Phipps, Superintendent, Kathy Chandler, Clerk. So congratulations. We will put this in the Education Center.
Well, thank you very much. And certainly it was a commitment on the part of each of these people to come to, well, we had 5 different sessions, and I think we learned a lot. And it's great that we have attained this level of achievement. And we were recently recognized at the November state meeting, even though it was virtual, they did call our name out for having received this level of training. So this is a great honor I accept on behalf of the board, and thank you, board, for your hard work and your commitment to get to this point. So thank you very much. I'll give this to Dr. Phipps. He can display it where he wants to.
Sure of you.
With a mask.
And this is our honors and recognition for this evening. Thank you all for joining us, and feel free to exit the meeting as you'd like to, because this is the conclusion of honors and recognition. So congratulations to everyone. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mrs. Brown. And thank you to each of our students who got the awards tonight for character trait, optimism. And we also want to congratulate Kristen Bowman. That is indeed a great achievement and a lot of hard work, because I have seen what they have had to do in order to attain that level. And it is tremendous that she has been able to get to that point. It is a very difficult process. Okay, we're going to move along with the agenda, and next is public comment. And as of 3:30 this afternoon, we did not have any public comment. So we're going to move along, and I recognize Associate Superintendent Dr. Phil Church.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Dr. Phipps, on behalf of our principals and our athletic directors from our K-8 schools, our middle schools, and our high schools, just want to say thank you for your support for athletics in the county. Back in the fall, during the first sports season, the board approved funding to cover the costs to offer athletics. As you guys know, athletics are funded through, a lot of it's funded through ticket sales. And when you can only have when you can only sell 25 tickets, it's kind of hard to pay for officials and everything else that you do. So we appreciate the opportunity that the board is providing our schools. For season 2, we asked the schools what their operational costs should be, and that came up to $36,663. And it's broken down in board docs as to what each school requested. I respectfully request the approval as presented.
Okay, do I hear a motion that we approve the specified athletic funding, which you have in front of you, that Dr. Church has presented? Is there a motion?
I make a motion, we approve the recommendation as presented by Dr. Church.
Okay, there's a motion by Joe Sims, and we have a second.
Second.
Second by Chris Becker. Any discussion? Any comments at all? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And motion passes.
Thank you. I have asked the athletic directors to project what the remainder of the school year is going to be, and I'll be bringing that to you in February. So thank you again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Church. Next, Dr. Bill Griffin.
Chairman Pennell, Vice Chair Branch, members of the board, Dr. Phipps, have 3 items to discuss this evening for your attention. The first is Human Resources usual and customary informational items. You guys have a list of our leads and those informational items in front of you. No questions, I'll move to subject B, which is Human Resources usual and customary action items. These are contracts. I respectfully request approval of the action items contracts as presented this evening.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the Human Resources Services usual and customary action items as presented by Dr. Griffin?
Chairman Pennell, I move that we approve the usual and customary action items as is before us tonight on the agenda.
Okay, do we have a second? Sorry. Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And motion passes.
Great, thank you very much. And finally, subject C, Human Resources usual and customary action items as our substitute list. I'd like to bring to your attention that we have and are requesting that we add 9 new subs to our list, and I want to commend these individuals in a time of need. They're really stepping up to the plate, and we're grateful for their service to our county this time. But I respectfully request motion to approve these action items as presented our substitute list this evening.
Okay, do I hear a motion that we approve the Human Resources usual customary personnel items substitute list? Is there a motion?
Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the Human Resources usual and customary personnel action item as presented.
Okay, motion by Chris Bunburn, and is there a second? And Teresa Branch with a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Griffin. Appreciate it. Next, I'd like to call on our Chief Financial Officer, David Johnson.
Good evening, board members, Mr. Chairman and Dr. Phipps. I have, excuse me, I have 2 amendments tonight under section 9A for your approval. Budget amendment number 7 is for the state public school fund. It's in an amount of $483,343. This includes EC special state reserve funding and the additional transportation funding to the allotment. Budget amendment number 8 is for the special grant fund in the amount of $159,127. This one is for outdoor grants for, we had 5 schools that actually applied for outdoor grants as part of the CARES Act, Fairfield grants, and the allocation of pre-K bonuses for workers during COVID. This is for licensed or regulated child care facilities bonuses to be paid. I'd like to request that these 2 be approved. If these are approved, our total budget would be $140,025,347.12.
Okay, do I hear a motion that we approve amendment 7, which is state public school fund, and amendment 8, which is special grants fund? Is there a motion?
I move that we approve amendment 7 and 8 as presented.
Okay, motion is made by Teresa Branch. Is there a second?
Second.
By Mr. Joe Sims. And any discussion, any questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Next, I'd like to recognize our superintendent, Dr. Don Phipps.
Mr. Chairman, the item 10A is for information only as per our board policy 8220 gifts and bequests. It says that we have to report to the board quarterly when we have items that fall in these categories. If they meet a certain threshold, you have those in front of you, and there's no action to be taken. This is not grants. This is strictly limited to gifts and bequests. Again, if they reach a certain threshold, so we put that out there for you on a quarterly basis so you're aware. We are grateful to everyone who gives us time, money, talent, whatever they are able to give to us to help us do our job. And this is just a small sample of the generosity that we have in our county that allows us to do what we do. So we're grateful to each and every one that's on this list, and to others who have done things for us that may not be on the list. We're grateful for your contribution as well.
Thank you, Dr. Phipps. Move along with the agenda. The next is the approval of the 2021 board committees, which I think everybody's reviewed and we've probably talked about just to some extent. Do I hear a motion we approve the board committees as has been presented to you?
Chairman Penn, I'll make a motion, we approve the board committees as presented.
Okay, motion made by Chris Becker. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Chris Blumgarner. Any discussion? Comments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that motion passes. Next, we have a resolution to grant emergency powers to our superintendent. This has to do with if our medical professionals feel like that we need to move in a certain direction, then we can move quickly without the board having to set up an emergency meeting or anything like that. So do I hear a motion that we approve this resolution?
Superintendent, Chairman Pennell, I move that we approve the resolution to grant the emergency powers to the superintendent as presented in this resolution.
Okay, motion made by Ann Edwards. Is there a second?
Second motion.
And second by Teresa Branch. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And the motion passes. Any other bits of business that we need to talk about? Hearing none, do I hear a motion that we adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
And Joe Sims made a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Chris Becker. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. And we are adjourned, and everybody be safe. We will see you soon. I guess our next thing is walkthrough. Very good.